We sent the original copy of Dallas Revisited that we had obtained from John Lear, and another copy that we had obtained directly from Lars Hansen, to Japan for computer analysis. The Japanese computer analyzed the film. They agreed William Greer shot President Kennedy. No doubt about it. In fact, I woke up a whole nation, and that's what I set out to do. Only it's the wrong nation. I woke up Japan. They played that tape over and over again during prime time. The whole Japanese nation knows now who shot President Kennedy. They sent me back a color copy. Now, the color copy is better, much better than Dallas Revisited. But it's still not the best. But one thing that will help you, the act is circled, and they outlined what they found by computer analysis. So you're going to be able to see it a lot better this time around. Remember, keep your eyes on the driver. And for those of you who always thought that the weapon was a reflection of the sun on Agent Kellerman's head, I want you to notice that in this film, the barrel of the gun sticks out past the back of Kellerman's head by at least 2, maybe 3 inches. There is no doubt it is not a reflection. It is a weapon. I've been trying to wake up America for 4 years. I'm making some progress, not enough. A lot of people have severely criticized me because I didn't have evidence about the gun and I didn't have evidence about the shellfish toxin. In fact, people told me that the CIA had never engaged in assassinations. If they had just been aware of the House Select Committee on Assassinations, which investigated this very subject and this very assassination in 1976, they would know that that's not true. For it's in the archives of the film of those hearings that we find reference to the gun, photographs of the gun, film of the gun, reference to the shellfish toxin, but still no proof of the toxin. Until we watched a show on television, on public broadcast station, one night, here recently, called Secret Intelligence. And in that film, it showed a PhD doctor, Hanel is his name, explaining and showing where and how they manufactured shellfish toxin to be used in assassinations at Fort Detrick, Maryland, under the supervision and control of the Central Intelligence Agency. Now you're going to see those 2 clips. These 2 clips came to me originally from a research team of Colonel Keith Ranch. That's an honorary title, by the way, given by me for the outstanding work that he's done in helping us unravel this mystery. and Other Mysteries, and Gordon Davis. Now, the copies they sent us weren't too good, so we kept searching. We found better copies than that, and that's what you're going to see. Now you're going to see the gun, and you're going to see proof that they used shellfish toxin, and that the CIA had both of these in their possession.
Methods for assassinating Castro already existed. This is Fort Detrick, Maryland. This once secret facility was home to CIA experiments with drugs like LSD. It was also an armory for the agency's executive action capability, a program begun under the Eisenhower administration for disposing of unwanted foreign leaders. Some of the plots called for lethal poisons that were manufactured here. Dr. Everett Hennell, a microbiologist at Fort Detrick for 3 decades, worked in association with the CIA.
These are what we call Class 3 cabinet systems. They're gas-tight systems for working with almost complete safety with any infectious diseases, toxins, things such as the shellfish toxin. They're very toxic indeed, particularly when highly purified. And I understand that these could be placed on steel needles and fired with air guns and induce death almost immediately. So that they were apparently a very effective, or could be a very effective type of covert weapon.
But the real targets of these deadly drugs were not animals.
Also, I had to find, one time they wanted me to find out if there was such a thing as a poison that was undetectable, especially one that seemed to mimic a heart attack, that would kill someone, but it would appear that they had a heart attack. I did find such a thing.
Does this pistol fire the dart?
Yes, it does, Mr. Chairman, and a special one was developed which potentially would be able to enter the target without perception.
The poison was frozen into some sort of dart, and then it was shot at very high speed into the person, so when it reached the person it would melt inside them, and the only thing would be like one little tiny red dot on their body, which was hard to detect. There wouldn't be a needle left or anything like that in the person.
But also the toxin itself would not appear in the autopsy?
Yes, so that there was no way of perceiving that the target was hit.
Unrestrained, illegal, secret intimidation and harassment of the essential ability of Americans to participate freely in American political life shall never happen again.
Well, I guess that really wraps it up. I hope that I have stirred you deeply. I hope that you're upset. I hope that you want answers. I hope that you send a copy of this videotape to your senators, to your congressmen, to the Supreme Court judges, to the Attorney General of the United States, to anyone else that you can think of. Please, do it. And remember, don't get sidetracked by the Asian tour of the secret government. Remember, Robert Groden, who has a bestseller out on the Kennedy assassination, and who's now trying to tell you that Kennedy was hit simultaneously from the front and the back, is one of those Asian tour. He is the man who, with false credentials, that he was the #1 best independent photo interpretation expert in the world, was hired by the House Select Committee on Assassinations in 1976 to view the Zapruder film and tell the committee what it contained. He blatantly lied to Congress when he said that William Greer never took his hands off the wheel. Remember that. And remember this: Robert Groden is not a photo analyst, has never been a photo analyst, has never been to school on any type of photography whatsoever, has no photographic credentials at all. His resume is a complete and total lie. Wake up before you're destroyed. The New World Order is right around the corner. And the men that killed John F. Kennedy are the architects of the New World Order. Goodbye. I hope that I've educated you. Please don't believe anything that I've said. Believe your own gut, your own eyes, your own research. And God bless you.